Good morning, everyone. Today we will continue the chapter 1 of science, that is crop production and management. In this chapter, till now we have discussed about agriculture, crops, rabi crops, kharif crops, and we have discussed about the various agricultural practices in short. Then we have started with the first agricultural practice, that is preparation of the soil. We have seen the various tools which used in preparation of soil, and we have discussed about manures and fertilizers also. In our last class, we have discussed about the advantages of manure over fertilizer. Manure is much better as compared to fertilizer because it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. It makes the soil porous, due to which exchange of gases becomes easy. It increases the number of friendly microbes. It improves the texture of soil. Now, in our today's video, we are going to study the effect of manure and fertilizer on plant growth. So, for that, we have to perform one activity. Take a moong or gram seeds and germinate them. Select 3 equal sized seedlings out of these. Now take 3 empty glasses or similar vessels. Mark them A, B and C. To glass A, add little amount of soil mixed with a little cow dung manure. In glass B, put the same amount of soil mixed with a little urea. Take the same amount of soil in glass C without adding anything. Now pour the same amount of water in each glass and plant the seedlings in them. Keep them in a safe place and water them daily. After 7 to 10 days, observe their growth. So what do you observe? The seedlings in glass A and glass B show good growth, whereas growth in glass C is very less. Seedlings in glass B containing urea grow fastest, followed by A and least in C. So what can we conclude on the basis of uh, these observations? So we can conclude that seedlings in a glass B grow fastest because moong requires nitrogen for good growth, which was provided by urea. Seedlings in glass A also showed good growth because manure added to it helped in better growth. Whereas the growth of seedlings in glass C was poor because the soil was deficient in nutrients and no manure or fertilizer was added to replenish the nutrients. So that's how the fertilizers and manures help in proper growth of crops. Now we will continue with the same topic, that is fertilizer and manures. Already we have discussed manures are much better as compared to fertilizers. Now let's see what are the differences between manures and fertilizers. Fertilizer is an inorganic substance which is made up of chemicals, and we prepare this fertilizer with these chemicals in the lab, in the factories we can say. Whereas if we are talking about the manures, so manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of cattle dung, human waste and plant residue. Now because we are using all these substances which are purely organic in nature, that's why manure is also organic substance, and this can be prepared in the field itself. Fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil, whereas manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, and that's why they have to be used in a very small quantity. But if we are talking about manure, so manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients, and that's why they have to be used in a large quantity as compared to fertilizers. So these are the differences between manures and fertilizer, and the most important difference is that fertilizer causes the problem of water pollution, whereas manures, being an organic substance, do not cause any problem related to water pollution. Now, we will proceed with the second step of agricultural practices, that is sowing of seeds. Sowing is the most important part of crop production. before sowing, good quality seeds are selected. Good quality seeds are clean and healthy seeds of a good variety. Farmers prefer to use seeds which give a high yield. Before sowing, one of the important tasks is to know about the tools used for sowing seeds. Now, during sowing of the seeds, one important point we have to keep in our mind that whatever seeds we are using, that seeds should be healthier in nature, and that's why it is very important to find out which one is healthy seeds and which one is not. So for that, here we are having one activity. In this activity, we will take a beaker that is filled with water. In this, we will put some amount of seeds. We can take barley seeds or we can take wheat seeds, and then we stir well and then wait for some times. Now, what do we observe? Some of the seeds settle down at the bottom while others float on the surface. So, on the basis of that, we can conclude seeds which are unhealthy and infected by pests or insects, they become hollow, and that's why they are lighter in weight and floats. Whereas the other seeds which are healthier seeds, they are settled down at the bottom. So in this way, we can easily separate out the healthier seeds from the unhealthier one. Now we have to discuss about the different points that should be kept in our mind while sowing the seeds. Once seeds are selected, now we have to sow the seeds, and for that, seeds should be sown at right distance from each other. They should be not so close or not so much far away from each other. Okay, if they are so close, so what will happen? They will not get the sufficient amount of water and nutrients, and they will also have competition for sunlight and air. So there should be a proper distance between the seeds. The second point that should be kept in our mind is seeds should be sown at right depth. Again, neither should be too shallow or too deep. In a proper depth, we have to sow the seeds. Then we have to see the various tools that can be used for sowing the seeds. The tool used traditionally for sowing the seed is shaped like a funnel. The seeds are filled into the funnel, passed down through 2 or 3 pipes having sharp ends. These ends fills into the soil and place seeds there. The another tool is seed drill. Nowadays, the seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractors. This tool sows the seeds uniformly at proper distance and depth. It ensures the seeds get covered by the soil after sowing. This prevents damage caused by birds. Sowing by using a seed drill saves time and labor. After that, we can have the various methods of sowing seeds also. The first one is broadcasting. Scattering of seeds randomly in the field is known as broadcasting. It can be done by hands or by using mechanical broadcasters. The second one is sowing by seed drill. As we have discussed just now, seed drills are shown uniformly at proper distance and depth. This helps the plant to obtain proper nutrition, protects the seeds from the birds, and saves time and labor. And the third one is transplantation. Seeds of rice and some other plants cannot be sown directly into the field. Their seeds are first grown into a nursery till the seedling stage. Healthy seedlings are then selected from the nursery beds and transplanted to the field by hand. This is all about sowing of seeds. The next step after sowing of seed is irrigation, that we are going to discuss in our next video.